Well, hello, soul family. Welcome, welcome, welcome to an edition of our lovely Connections with Spirit. So, this is a whole series that I'm fulfilling my promise to keep going. And in fact, I think there'll be two, maybe three more, including this one. And then we will have beautifully completed connections with everybody that requested this connections with spirit, sort of just like a snippet from your higher self, information that you're dealing with at this moment. And I just felt really it was imperative, with the virus sweeping through the world, that we had some information on an individual basis that might assist us in this time. And I also really believe, as you'll have seen from the introductions of others in this series, that this message isn't just for one person. It actually seems to be some of these messages resonate for many. So let's hope it helps you, and let's hope in turn that that helps others too. So I'm going to continue these on YouTube till they are complete, as my first series of doing these, really. And then I'm going to do some Facebook Live so people have a chance to join me as we go through. So it's energy to energy, and see how that in real time, see how that works wherever possible. So I'm not just going to stop these because the human response to the virus is changing. I think it's a nice thing to continue. I'll just do it in lots of different forms. So stay tuned if you're interested. Okay, so first connection today is for Ken. This is for Ken L. Okay, Ken, we have yet to meet. So let's see what your higher self has to say. This is a first meet. Okay, Ken. So your higher self is saying that it's okay to be and do all that you do. It's giving yourself permission to be authentically you. And that includes sitting down in your favorite chair and just being. Leafing through something, having a book or some research or other that pleasures you and pleases you. It's good to do in your favorite chair. There seems to be a favorite chair. It's got quite a lot of daylight coming in, streaming through. And then there's another chair somewhere else. So chairs are your friend. You really like just sitting and being. Or your higher self is saying that's a really good idea and that's okay too. So part of you really wants to just enjoy that without any guilt. So there's part of you that just wants to enjoy that without feeling guilty about it. So that's great to continue. Kindness is an invitation this month. We have a monthly energy update, and the one for May is all about kindness, all about generosity. It's all about giving ourselves that leeway of really asking ourselves deeply, what is it we need? What is it we want? But if we feel some of our pleasure is by gifting things onto others, then again, don't hold back on doing that. That's a good thing. It's a good thing to actually, pay it forward in some way. It is. It's lovely feeling to be able to gift things to people. So that's the other one. And then the other thing is getting out. There's a definite need for you to get out in the garden, to walk around that, do whatever you need to do, but just to get out. Your body needs some extra movement. It needs to get up and get moving and walking and being out. There's something for you that is in the rhythm of walking, or is in the rhythm of being assisted in that way. There's something where you it's not in the early stages. It's quite interesting what your higher self is saying here, Ken. It's like if you were to go on a walk, or if I was pushing someone in a wheelchair, or if I was assisting somebody with crutches, or whatever it happens to be, the preambulation, the movement, the feel of actually moving from A to B is really, really, really important to you. So physically, this means that you need to get going quite a long time before you kick in the benefits of releasing those lovely hormones that make you feel good. So it's not going to happen for you in the first 10, 15, even 20 minutes. It comes after that. So you're better off with longer periods of time in activity. And then you get the benefit. Some people get the benefit like within 3 minutes. For you, it takes longer. So it's not something to resist because you don't think you like it. It's just that for you, it takes longer for that to kick in at this moment in time. So a good 20 minutes before you get the benefit of the physicality of that. And then it all comes rushing in. So I'd be fascinated to hear about how you get on with that one. So that's also the same in some other areas of your life too, in the fact that things are worth keeping going. They're worth investing your time. So that's just on the physical side, but there's business ideas, or there's other ideas that are going through your head, and it's good to really not just stop when you have an initial inquiry. It's almost like the first word that you gave me when we connected in was research. It's like you need to do further research and go into the depth of that feeling or that thought, and really keep going. Do your research, get deeper into that research so that you can make a decision on enough information. It's almost like you're dissatisfied, bored, really, when it's just on a simple level. It's like, actually, your joy is in the depth of things. So if you can go even deeper into your own research of whatever it is you're thinking about moving forward with, or relationships, or spending your time, hobbies, anything like that. And a simple example is a hobby. If you're thinking of taking up something new, or getting something deeper into one that you've had for a long time or wanted to do, it's almost like these things are things you want to do as opposed to necessarily doing. Your happiness is in the depth of the research. So sometimes you're not going as deep as your higher self says. There's more joy into this, and we haven't actually got the whole depth out of it yet before we turn a new page. Okay, Ken, so I hope that's useful. Enjoy those long forays away from just the four walls now. Take care. Bye for now. Okay, that's Ken. And this is for Wayne. Wayne, who is with Tina. Okay, Wayne. So this is for Wayne. Wayne, you show me a wolf. You show me wolf spirit. And I forgot to pull a card for Ken. Ken, I'll go back to you in a minute for that. But I'll stay with Wayne for now, if you don't mind. You guys are mixing and matching a bit here. Okay, so Wayne, you show me a wolf spirit. So spirits come through from the animal kingdom for you quite quickly. So there's a real synergy of energies between the wolf and between you. There's a unspoken connection with the animal kingdom in the wolf line, and that can be dogs too. But the wolf spirit's coming through as a way of saying you need your pack. It's like the behavior of wolf is saying check within yourself about what that feels for you. It's like the alpha needs some time away from the pack. It needs to, you know, kind of like foray into the landscape, into its territory, and check everything out. So you need that, but you really need pack comfort. You need pack comfort. So so you haven't had enough of that recently, and yeah, your higher self is definitely yearning for that. It's definitely yearning for some gatherings. It's definitely yearning for some get-togethers, and your balance will come back then. But it's like your higher self is saying, just really have a look at the behaviors of wolves and compare it with your own passions or your own joys, and what actually brings real good, fruitful joy to you. And then you can easily see then, rather than thinking it's just about you and it's just about what's going on internally and concerns, etc., if you can actually look through the filter of wolf behavior and mentality, you'll understand yourself more, and then that takes the pressure off it all being, you know, on your lap. It actually sort of like broadens the view of life, so you get more understanding really of where you're coming from, what your needs are, what you really are about, and therefore you can incorporate those much happier, more laid back, like an easier version of you really, without the self pressure. Okay, so everything you do kind of needs to be for the tribe. So wolf is going now to tribal. So you feel best when you're in a tribal mentality, when you're assisting others with things, when you're yeah, so you're talking to me about leaving legacies. So when you're involved in real hands in, real, you know, shoulder and nose into your whole pack there on a wolf basis. But also it's like you've got a couple of different aspects that are very different from each other. One is the loner. One needs some time out, time alone, just to do your own thing, and the other one really needs a tribal influence. It needs the pack. So make sure you get both of those, and then you can stay into balance and have more equilibrium in life. The pressure comes off you when you understand the behavior of the wolf pack, and therefore accommodate that in your own life, and therefore there's less pressure on you to be something that you're not, because authentic self is something that you've always strived to do. And that's the thing for you this year is, you know, it's fantastic when we set our cap to do that, and it's not always very easy, but this year, the rest of this year is actually about that for you. It's really being honest with yourself and those around you, and being willing to be seen exactly the way you are. And then some people will absolutely adore that and think that's absolutely amazing, and hang out more with them. Sounds simple, doesn't it? So your card moving forward is vulture spirit, and it says nothing is wasted. So again, it's almost like you need to give yourself a bit of a break, like you need to be lighter with yourself, more fun, more loving, more kind to yourself, and giving yourself a break. We all bugger things up time and time again, don't we? I'm just speaking for myself there, not you, obviously. But I'm just thinking humans generally learn through getting things wrong, I think, and then getting some things right, and then eventually the balance, we hope, is better as time goes on. So nothing is wasted. So everything that's happened in life is of value, even if we couldn't see it at the time, even if we can't see it now. Everything is of value. It's just about us accepting that and turning that knowledge into wisdom. That's something to think about. Okay, have lots of fun. Thank you. So Ken, and we're just going to go back to you in a minute for your card. And you got Seahorse Spirit. Watch and wait. That's a nice one. Watch and wait. So Ken, for you, that seems to fit That's just about the research. It's about not throwing things out before you've got the depth of things. Keep looking. You'll find those treasures. They'll find you. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, so I'm going to connect now with Suzanne HJ. Okay, Suzanne. Oh my gosh, you've got seriously loads going on in your mind at the moment. Like everything came in, rushing in massively. It was like, oh, get in there. Okay, so so it's as if you've got a zillion and one opportunities of direction of life force going on at the same time. A zillion. You've got loads and loads and loads and loads. And there's an excitement there, but there's also frustration about, whoa, where do we go? So go walking on the beach, go walking. We're allowed to exercise most of the time. Still with this, depending on where you are in the UK. This happened to be UK based. So go walking and see if you can get some fresh air down by the sea. It's sea air walking. I call it trudging. It's that kind of meditative walk, you know, where you go in and going and going, and then all of a sudden you get a rhythm. And in that rhythm, you get a real connection with Mother Earth. You go deeper and deeper and deeper. And also you go higher into your spiritual self, and your higher self starts to really whisper and then get louder with information. So go for a walk with just one of your queries, your self queries at the moment, and just try and keep your focus. Use it like a meditation. You bring the focus back to the one. You bring the focus back to the one, even though it's going off, doing its thing. And your mind's going to try and grasp other things. Just keep with the one thing when you go for a walk, and then let it go. So when you turn around and come back down the beach, you're free, your mind's free, and it's sort of like a way of the answers finding you, because you've let go of the actual question. You're not letting go of the questions enough for the answers to find you. That's your biggest message today from your higher self in all areas of your life. It's letting go of it so that the answers can find you. So it's sitting in that happy mojo. It's playful things that you need right now. It's lightening up. It's getting a bit lighter with yourself and with life. But oh my God, Sunday's opportunities are thick and fast. They're trying to get to you. Things are really trying to get through to you. Things that you've wished for a very long time ago, since you were 12. A lot of things are going on at the moment. The timeline seems to be concentrated and collapsing for you. It's all coming in. So we need a little bit of practice now about getting really clear on what the question is. Why are you bothering asking it about it in the first place? Get really clear about what your question is. Have that lovely walk, breathe that air, then let it go, so that on your way back to your starting point on that beach walk, or wherever you do want to walk or can walk, but beach walk is the best walk, or cliff walk near the sea anyway, when you're able to, yeah, my God, there's so many answers that are trying to come through at the moment, Suzanne, so many. I would keep a recording device with you. I would keep pen and paper, wherever you like to capture things, so that if you're out and about and a nugget of information just floats by you, or synchronicity of events really stack up, really note it down, and then start to put a board together somewhere of all the answers that start to come up, even if you don't know what they're connected with. It's like capturing this information, synchronicity of events. It's like, oh, why did you see 333 there and there and there and there? Just put 333 up on your board for now. And then I'm seeing, You know, I'm seeing pink carnations all the time everywhere I go. Put that one on, put this, put that, put the other. You know, oh, I'm really attracted to that emerald ring, and I'm really attracted to that emerald this, that, and the other. Oh, put it up. And then eventually you can look up the spiritual meanings of all of these things. And there's a story it's like the glue that's behind everything. It's the glue that's behind everything, the universal loving energy that's getting through to you. And it's bringing all these strands of different information to make your own symphony with. And what your mind and body is holding at the moment is still some of the questions when they should be released so the answers can find you. And even some of the questions just need a little bit of heart space with, like, why am I bothered about that? Why am I, what is that worth my life energy? You know, thinking that? Or can I serve myself better by having different thoughts? Can I serve myself better framing that question differently? Because you manifest things really well, and you're a detailed person as well as a visionary. But the vision of self wants to be more self-inquiring and a bit more princess and royalty allowed in. It's time. So get jiggy with that lot, Suzanne. And your card is Rhino Spirit. You can overcome any obstacle. Which I think is lovely. That's all I have time for today. So for you three, hopefully, and many more people who are watching this, do let me know if these messages resonate in any way for more than as well as you guys. Okay, lots of love for now. Bye.